Yo, what's up, YouTube and Twitch? Yesterday we added bows that can actually shoot, and we have the arrows. That's super cool, and look at how they stop. Nice. And we have these skeletons. The skeleton can move around. I've just told him to stay put, just for the thumbnail. So this stream will try to give this skeleton a bow. All the work in the previous two streams was for this moment. This is the final moment where hopefully, finally, we give him a bow. I don't know how he will be able to hold a bow, but we'll figure it out. Just like we figured out everything until here. Like, fake it till we make it. And I've prepared music for this stream that automatically lowers when I talk. Maybe it lowers too much, we'll see. And what else? That's about it. So let's try in one, maximum 3 hours to give this guy a bow. And that's it. And stretch goal would be, if we manage to like very quickly give him a bow and make him shoot at us, a stretch goal will be to have collision of the arrow with entities. So I want to be able to hurt the skeleton with arrows, and I want the skeleton to hurt me back with arrows, and maybe with the sword as well. That will be a stretch goal, but the main goal is to have him here holding a bow. That's it. So how are we going to approach this? How are we going to give him a bow? Well, we can go to where we're rendering the skeleton. And the skeleton is made out of bones. So this head is one bone. This body is another bone. This arm is another bone. And we can set parents for each of the bones. So I could create a bone just for what the skeleton is holding in the left hand. And actually let's prepare a Minecraft clone. Just so we can have an actual reference. Okay, while it's loading. In the actual Minecraft, we'll see if the skeleton holds the bow in the left or the right arm. So my idea is to create a bone that is for what the mob is holding. And actually the zombie has two bones like that, for left item bone and right item bone. The zombie already has something like that. If we go to the zombie, here the zombie has left item and right item. These are bones that don't have any mesh. They're just work as a pivot, so we can put something in their hand. So this is what we'll attempt for the skeleton as well. But the issue is I haven't tested this. I don't know if my mob can actually hold something and how many problems we'll have to solve. Okay, the skeleton holds the bow in the left hand. It holds it in the left hand, and it's just a regular bow. Fine, so let's break down this problem. That's how I usually solve all of my problems. I break them down to very simple steps. So what should be the simplest next step? it would be... Yes, the simplest next step is not to make him hold the bow, but to hold anything at all in the left hand, and to be able to animate him in the proper positions. That would be... that would simplify everything a lot. So we'll make him just hold a regular cube. And... yeah, just a simple cube. And we'll make him the animations where he targets the player. And let's give ourselves an effect. Minecraft. Effect without particles. Give night vision effect without particles. There was a command. Yeah, this effect give yeah, this is what we'll do. So let me give myself night vision infinite 1 true. Okay, we have night vision. So now and let me give myself let's make ourselves like invincible. Effect give armor. How to make myself invincible? Invisibility? No. These are all the effects I can give myself. Absorption. Let's do regeneration. Infinite. 1. True. And let's go survival. Where is the skeleton? Okay, I lost. This is the skeleton. So we have to, when we make him hold just a regular cube, we'll make him in this position where the arms are 90 degrees on the probably X or Z axis. And to make him look at us, holding it, the item, we will simplify it and not have him walk around. We'll not have him walk around, and we'll make him shoot us. That's the logic. And the animation of the bow, I see he loads an arrow, so the bow changes actually, but I think it's only 1 frame. It's not an actual animation, it's just, it switches the mesh of the bow and that's it. It's not something complicated. Like this, like using the bow was, implementing it was a lot more complicated. We have creepers. Sure. So this was a lot more complicated, the animation of the bow. So switching just 2 meshes for the skeleton when he attacks us won't be that difficult. So. Yeah, let's make the skeleton hold anything, whatever it is. Now I have the bone for the left item that it should hold in the left arm, and I have set the left arm bone as a parent. I'm not worried about the pivot location. We'll play around with that later on. The issue is I don't know how to have the left item render something, because it uses the skeleton texture. Whatever I decide to pick here, it will be limited to the skeleton texture. Let's make the skeleton hold his head. Why not? Let's make it hold its head. Yeah, let's make it hold his head. Now it should hold his head in his left arm. It's not holding it, and I think I know why. Because the coordinates are not relative based on the bone pivot. So it's rendering two heads, one on top of each other. That's why. So cube origin size. Okay, let's change the origin to be the same as the actually, let's open Blockbench and see where the origin is best to be. Left arm. No, right arm. Let's play around with the pivot. So it should be here. 5, 13, 0. 5, 13, 0 for the pivot. Where's the left arm? 5, 22, 0. Yeah. Okay. And here the origin will also make it, let's see now, -6, 12, -1. What's the difference? Oh, it's in the center for the arm. Position. Let's make it here. -6. 12 -1. But let's make it, I don't know. Yeah, let's do it like that. Yeah. There is his head. He's holding his head now. And let's move the head to the left. Like the center. Yeah, let's center the head some way. Or can we make it hold something else? It should be... Yeah, let's make it hold another... his leg, for example. His leg. And to make the leg be like from top to bottom. Yeah, let's make it hold his leg. So let's see, left leg. Let's do it like this. And have the coordinates be this. And it needs to be rotated. Needs to be rotated. So let's do... Let's say we are copying this. No, it's like here we have a group. Left item. It's like here it's a right item. Right item. And let's copy the leg here. Let's change its pivot here. And the right leg, let's move it here. Something like that. This is what I want. And to rotate it, like this. This is what I want. 90 degrees rotation on the x-axis. That's what I want. That's what I want. Left item, set rotation. Degrees on the X. And let's see what happens. Yeah, look at it, it's holding. Okay, that's a bit wrong. Let's change it to just a cube. I don't know, man. Yeah, okay, well, we can make him hold something. Let's not make him hold weird parts. Let's try to make him hold now something different that doesn't use the skeleton texture. Let's make him hold something else. Yeah, I'll spawn him. And I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's make him hold something else than his body parts. Man. This is the bow, the mesh for the bow. And I want to use it. Let's see how the player actually holds the bow. Here it has an array of quads. What are these quads? Yeah, I get them. So the ID of the item is the key. So I get an array of quads. Okay, I get an array of quads. And I scale them, rotate them, translate them. And then I update the quads of the actual video. Let me think about it. How are we going to do it? Okay, I can get for the bow, I can get a list of quads, sure. I can get an array list of quads for the bow. Okay, let's do that. Skeleton. Here we get list of quads for ID bow. Yeah. Bow. Yeah, here we have the quads for the bow and we can actually render it. We can actually render it. But I want to attach those quads to the bone. And the bone doesn't have logic for that. The bone only has an array list of cubes. And a cube. What is a cube? Cube get quads. Yeah, a cube will calculate all the quads. So the bone asks the cube, yo, give me your quads. And there are like 6 quads of a cube. And it has an, okay, a bone has a list of cubes. And for each cube, it requests the quads and stores them here. So I could have here an array list of item IDs as well. And for the left arm, to just give the bone the ID of the bow. And it will check its array list of IDs. And here it will see it doesn't have cubes. Then it will go over its IDs. And for the ID of the bone, it will call this function that gets all the quads. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So for the bone here, I want an array list of IDs. That's it. And where I go over the cubes, here, if cubes is empty and IDs is empty, then we don't go over here. But since it's not empty, we'll go over the IDs, and here we'll call this function here. And now we need to combine this array list with this array list. Add all quads, and that's it. And now, man, this is exciting if it works first time. And now left item IDs at ID ball, and let's see if anything happens. Crash. Why? Runtime exception. Update quads. If indices count is more than max indices. Oh, I've made that. Cannot request more indices than there is room for. Where is this called? Inside of skeleton. Here, okay. It's most likely because of this limit. So I've set it to 6 quads, so 7 cubes. How much is the skeleton? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and the bow is unoptimized. The bow is a big number of cubes. So let's see how I create the... How many... Here I set a limit for quads, and the bow goes past that limit. Let me check here. Quads, return. So how? Okay, we can change the... no. I'm not sure if we can do that. Can we dynamically set the limit? Skeleton. Here. I need to know how many quads I'll need. God damn it. Where do I use this view? Okay. Let me think about it. Can I first create all the bones? And here to be like, to ask the bones How many quads I need? Public int quads count. I need the count of all the quads. Now. And I'll have to go over all the cubes. All the cubes and all the IDs. And for the cube, I just want the same function. I want the same function. Oh no, cube. A cube is like 6 quads. Array list quads, and here I just need. Okay. So it's so the count should be cubes size times 6. Each cube is 6 quads. And here we do count plus equals quads size, and we return count. And for the skeleton, we have to go over all the bones. This is the VO. We have to go over all the bones in quads count and do quads count plus equals bone get quads count, and here to be pop out chat. Yo, we have chatter. Hello, bro is definition of no pain, no gain. Yeah. No pain, no gain. Now, I go over, yeah, I get the quads count, and we have the VO. So what is this? This is for, yeah, we just do this quads count times the quad size. Okay, this should remove that exception. Okay, now let's spawn the skeleton. Okay, the skeleton is spawning, but I don't see its bow. That's not an issue since we are most likely not drawing it. Or we are drawing it, but we need to change its coordinates. It's painful to have just one viewer, but grind is real. Yeah, I'm mostly doing the stream since I don't procrastinate when I work while streaming. If I don't stream, I have a lot less progress, so I'm happy with the streams no matter if I have 0 viewers or 1000 viewers. Like, it doesn't matter at all. Like, I'm gaining a lot just by streaming and talking to myself. Bone. Get quads, sure. Bro streaming to God so he can feel guilty being lazy. Guilty. Let's go back. How do we draw the skeleton? Here. Okay. I go over all the bones. and I get their quads. And for each one, I translate them. So where's the ball? Do you guys see anywhere a ball? I should be drawing a ball somewhere here. Oh, it's not even showing here. Oh, I get it. This is good. Maybe if I fix this, we'll have it drawn. In your system, skeleton can hold things different than a bow, maybe a sword. Well, let's first make him hold a bow. We'll think about holding anything. Like before I made him hold his head, I made him hold his leg, but now I'm trying to make him hold a bow. Okay, and let's see how I draw the bow in my hand. And this will help us see how we can draw it for his hand. Here, quads. How do you get his hand's position? His hand, I'm using bones. Yeah, we'll think about the position later. The issue is it's not drawing the ball at all. Like, even in my right hand, it should be drawing in my right hand as well. I've broken something and I have to see what I've broken. Here I get the quads. Get the quads. I create this. Where do I use these quads? Okay, I need to create, I need to create a new object. Yeah, I just need to create a new, I need to create a copy of them. Skeleton. Skeleton. And then here in the bones, here where I get the quads, I need to make a copy. So for quads in quads, here add new quads, and that's it. I need to do this, and then we'll see if this fixes. Okay. Do you see what we have here? This is actually the bow. Yeah, I have the bow in my hand, sure. I have it in my hand, but this is for the skeleton. It's drawing, because the bow is made of little cubes for each like pixel in the pixel art. And right now they're not rendering properly. We can actually see what the issue is by opening render doc. Let's open, yeah, I have to open my game, Java, and I need to create a jar file. Need to create a jar file. How do you get his hand's position? Yeah, we saw that the issue is the bow was just invisible. First render the bow, later render the skeleton. Yeah, I've already have rendered bow in my right hand. I know I can render the bow. Even though I am an art bro. It exists, also doesn't exist at all, like the quantum cat. Yeah, it's like barely visible. That was really weird. Okay, we've built the jar file. Let's run it. I need access to Java from here. Let's see which one do I have? 0.2. Okay, no problem. Launch. Invalid working directory. Working directory. Dev. Where is Java clone? Here. Yeah, and it's launched. And now we'll see what the issue is with RenderDoc. We'll see what the issue is. Now let's capture this scene. Sure. And let's see what the issue is. Let's see which frame the problem is in. Okay, this is the skeleton. Let's see the wireframe. Yeah, here is the bow. And I want to see why it's not showing. I like Half-Life 1. Yeah, well, I'm using the Half-Life movement. I've copied it. Among Us someone else. Yeah, same. we have more viewers. That's cool. But let's focus here. I need to make progress, and because I'll not be able to end stream until I have the skeleton hold a bow and shoot at me. Okay, this is the wireframe. This is the skeleton body. Let's fly around. See what the issue is. So this is the actual bow. It's made out of small cubes. Sure. And the location it's rendering at is not perfect, but it's good enough. The only issue is that it's not rendering. Where is the clone? Here. This is the issue. Look at the bow. The textures are not showing properly. Let's see what you guys are talking about. I like cats. We Balkan bros should help each other. I have a cat. I have 3 cats. Oh, I have... How many cats do I have? 1, 2... 4 cats. Yeah, I have 4 cats. I have 4 cats. Well, each little block is drawing. I live in Turkey. I live in Bulgaria, so we are neighbors. We can meet up. We're neighbors. Let's see now. The mesh is drawing perfectly, like there's no issue. Oh, actually, the shader is not using a texture. The shader, like for these pixel arts, oh, I see what the issue is. Yeah, I see what the issue is. Because let's see the textures. Here, it has just this texture. Yeah. But it's using just this texture. And that's an issue because what am I holding? Yeah, if we continue on here, this is how I usually draw the 3D mesh for a pixel art. And if we look at the textures, it's this white one. That's the issue. That's the issue. I need this white texture in order to draw it. Because I just have, if we look at the mesh data, the only thing I rely on for the visualization is these colors. If you ask me, I can make art for your game when you decide to make something original. Well, I've tried to brainstorm an original idea for a game and I cannot think of anything, and so for now I'll continue making a Minecraft clone. Also, by the way, for the movement to feel more like Half-Life 1, then add acceleration, friction, and a stop step. Well, like, to make it more like Half-Life, it should be currently like Half-Life. Like, look, I have bunny hop. Bunny hop and increases movement speed. It should increase movement speed. It should increase the movement speed. Okay, if I just like do it like this, like strafing, it should be like Half-Life movement. And look at how I have the head bobbing. Look at how the hand moves around. Like, it's not exactly like Half-Life, but it's pretty close. I gave like 3 multiple suggestions. Step size should be 0.5 blocks instead of 1 block. So like you're saying he's too fast. Okay. Let me go back. Okay, let's focus. We need to solve this. The bow is using the wrong texture. That's the issue. That's the only issue. Actually, I think I may know what the problem is, since here I'm drawing the bow and the skeleton in one single draw call, and that may be the issue. Let's look at the original Minecraft. Let's look at the original. Launch. Let's see the original Minecraft if it draws the skeleton and what item it's holding in one draw call. This will be a big hint on what's happening. Okay, here's the skeleton. Yeah, look at how it's drawing the skeleton separately. And when will it draw the bow? When will it draw the bow? Is it the bow? Okay, now it has the bow. This should be the bow. Let's do a fly cam. Yeah, this is the bow. So in one draw call, look at this is another bow. This is another bow. This is another bow. This is another bow. So Minecraft actually batches together all the balls and draws them like this. And what texture does it use? It uses just this texture. It uses just this texture and has this input. Interesting. And this should be for the lighting. No, I mean he needs to be able to go up 0.5 blocks instead of 1. The speed is fine. He needs to be able to go up. Also, the jump, you mean? Bro is determined, yet bro have less imagination power than something in... well, like, God gives and God takes. Like, we cannot be perfect. Yeah. But maybe if I find an idea, bro, somebody that has a lot of ideas, we can combine our powers and make a very cool game. Okay, we know finally what the problem is. That I'm drawing the skeleton and the bow at the same time. That's the issue. I need to separate them. First draw the skeleton and then draw the bow, which will fix the issue. Well, I had a Minecraft-like game idea. Wanna hear me out? Well, you can write it out. You can write it down here, but I'll focus on working on the skeleton. Because we're already 1 hour streaming and my absolute limit is 3 hours. So how... So he was talking about the sidestep. I'll ignore the comment about the sidestep for now. In Minecraft, when you walk into a block, you stop, but in this clone, you go upwards, which is determined by the step size. Okay, I'll check this out later, outside, offline. But I'll screen capture you, and I'll put you Excalidraw. I'll put your suggestion here. And I'll look into it off stream so I can focus on this. So I need to have the bow in a separate draw call, but that's an issue. That will be... that would probably be difficult to do, since... because of the way I draw everything here. Because when I draw... think about it. So it needs to be a separate VO. That's an issue. That's an issue. I need to have a separate VO here just for the bow. Just for the bow. Okay, let's look at the... We'll copy the way we render it in our right hand. Where is the right hand? Here. And where do I use these pixels? Pixel VO, this. And Pixel VO. Yeah, this. This is what I need. I'll have the same thing for the skeleton, and that will solve the issue. That will solve it. So here, like this, and I need to initialize it. I need to initialize it. It's just a VO. Let's put it here. Let's put it here, Pixel VO. Here, and it will use the proper texture. Sure. Now the issue is, Yeah, and quads count. I can leave this as before, maybe? Question mark. When I go over all the bones, here, okay, I'll have to do a separate function. Yeah, here I'll remove this. Here, I need public void get quads, but for just for the separate ones. Get pixel art quads. I don't know, man. Get no, it shouldn't be like that. Okay, pixel art quads. I don't know, man. I'm not good with the names. And then like this. And then this. Quads at No, here I have to go over for quad in quads, and here new quad like this, and then think about it, and then inside of the skeleton, the skeleton let's see where we use this view. Here we bind it and we update its quads and we draw it, and then we need to bind this one, and we need to get quads. We need another array list of quads, pixel art quads, and then we need to go over all the bones. Yes, here like this. Get pixel art quads, and then pixel VO draw, and that's it. That's it. And before we test it, let's see what you guys have to say. Okay, Cosmic Teen Minecraft clone, where you focus on boss fights and adventure and you try to become a demigod. Terraria but 3D. The issue with this idea is that I have to model, animate, rig bosses, and to have to make particles, to make visual effects. That's not something I can do. Minecraft clones, usually the good ones, focuses on something like adventure, building, redstone. I like the focus on redstone. But everyone has a game they are looking for on Steam for hours. You can try and make that game you looking for Steam for hours. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. A game that I would have fun playing, sure. I'll save you right next to viewer number 2. Viewer number 1 and viewer number 2 are saved for eternity. But everyone, I can make the pixel art, but sure, you can make pixel art, but pixel art is for 2D games, right? And I'm doing a 3D game. Let's see if the skeleton has the bow. And we crashed. Why? Why did we crash? Cannot request more. Oh, it's the same crash like before. Huh. Okay. Let me think about it. Why would that be an issue? Here, I'm doing 16. Okay. I'm doing 16 by 16 because each one pixel art is 16 by 16 and cubes, and each cube is maximum of 6 quads. So this should be enough for any kind of pixel art. So why is it complaining here? Indices count is more than the maximum allowed. That's for the VO. That's surprising. Okay, that will be easy to solve. No, Minecraft indeed uses pixel art. I'm a decent artist. Yeah, Minecraft uses pixel art. But what about the 3D models? Who will do the 3D models and who will animate them? Let's see now the VO. This VO. Oh, maybe it gets additional quads. The VO here, quads count. I go over all the bones and get the quads count, which is all the cubes times 6. Every cube has 6 quads. Yeah. And I add them up here and I multiply them by quad size and it's complaining. Let's put a breakpoint here. Yes, quads count is 42. And how much was it before? Zombie. 7 times 6. It's the same. Yeah, my math is mathing. 7 times 6. Yeah, it's 42. Exactly. Times quad size 176. Yeah. What's the issue? Yeah, it's the same issue. Let's create a breakpoint. And okay, so indices count 2000 and something. And the max is 252. That's a big difference. Does the max change anywhere? Let's see max indices. Here it's automatically calculated. Here it's automatically calculated. Here. Here. Indices per quad, okay. Here it's not being changed. Here is based on this. Here it's when we do update quads, here indices count is all the quads length. 400 and something. And then indices per quad is like 6, right? Yeah, 6. And that's how we get this indices quad. And somewhere we've set the limit to 252. We can solve this by going to the skeleton and we go here. This should solve it. I can make the pics. I'm a decent artist. I can try. I like doing animations, but I don't know about 3D animation. I only done 2D animation. There should be an FOV slider that goes up and down. I don't know. Well, I'll add an FOV slider when we have options. I haven't added options yet. But I've added a toggle for the ambient occlusion. Here we have the ambient occlusion. If I press R, it will turn it off in a while. Here, now ambient occlusion is off. Look at how worse it looks. But if I press R again, it will turn it back on. This is my only options settings. Let's spawn the skeleton here. Now let's go inside. Step into. Now. Oh, what happened? Indices per quad. Now. Max indices. Oh. I get it. So it's this divided by quad size. And then indices per quad. Why do I do it in this way? Okay. Skeleton. I'm making somewhere a simple mistake. So for the skeleton, for the zombie, it's 7 times this times quad size, which is 4 vertices. And then for the skeleton, it's quads count. Here is 42 times this. And here it's again 42 times this. But this is an integer. Yeah, int. It's an integer. And maybe this forces it to use the wrong constructor. Is there another constructor that uses floats? Probably not. Yeah, let's do it like this and see if that's really the issue. I've set the limit manually. Okay, the issue is something else. Yeah. The issue is something else. Update quads. Update quads. These quads. Bone get quads. Oh yeah. Obviously. Yeah, the mistake was stupid. The mistake was a stupid one. It's fixed now. It was a stupid one. Let's use this here. Yeah, now it should work. What are you trying to make right now? Rendering texture. Trying to render the ball. The skeleton with the ball. And I think now it will work. And it didn't work. Yeah, I think I know what the issue is. I'm missing one final step. I need to translate them, yeah. So I need to do this here. I need to do that, and it will work. Now it should work. No, now it will work. I'm confident it will work now. Okay, like, something happened, man. Like, what happened? This must be an illusion. Okay, I know where the problem is. This time I know it. Where is this? Yeah, when we get the quads. I need to do this. Yeah, I need to do that. Let's do... We need to do it here. We need to add them here temporarily. And then to go through them. Let's remove this. I need to go through them and yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Now this will work. This will finally work. It didn't work. Now it should work. Most famous Cold line. They are squares instead of pixels, right? Because you're turning 2D texture into 3D. Yeah, I turned the 2D texture into 3D, but that's not the issue. The issue is the positioning. Why not first only render a bow and just give one color? No, the issue is not rendering the bow. The issue is the positioning of the bow. That's the issue. I'm missing some steps. Skeleton. Skeleton, and here I'm missing some steps. Let's see now. I have this array list of quads. I go over all the bones. I set here all kinds of rotations. Then I get the quads, and each one I translate them. And then I use them, and then again I get just the bow. Here I get just the bow. And then I position the bow here. and then I hit draw. There's a simple way where we can check what's actually happening by using render doc here. Let's launch it. Now we will see what's happening under the hood. And let's capture it. Yeah, I'm drawing just the skeleton. That's perfect. And now the ball. I'm actually drawing the ball somewhere. Where? Huh. Mesh viewer. If we look at all the data for the ball, it's zeros. This is the problem. This is the position of the ball that I'm drawing, and its coordinates are zeros, everything is zeros, the color is zeros. I've corrupted the data. And I need to see where this corruption is happening. Yeah, that's the issue. That's the issue. Get pixel art. Okay, I create the array list. I go over the bones. Sure. And I request here, I create an array. I go over all the IDs, quads. I get an array list of quads. Then I go over all the quad, and then I put them here. I copy them here. Sure. This shouldn't. Up to here, it's no problem. Then I go over now the existing quads. Then bone quad. Then I translate, rotate, translate. Sure. And then entity quads I add here. This is the perfect place to put a breakpoint. Or like here, system print line test, and here I'll put a breakpoint to see if here the data is corrupted. Yeah, I'll check if something like that is happening, but the fastest thing will be the breakpoint. If the breakpoint doesn't show something interesting, I'll check what you are suggesting. Now I need to spawn the skeleton, but before that let's put the breakpoint here. And let's spawn the skeleton. Now, these bone quads. Where are they zero? What about here? Zero. Zero. Oh, which bone is this? This is the... It should have a name. The waist. This is the waist. This is the head. Body, left arm, left item here. So this has quads, and they have the proper data, sure. And here I have the proper data. Perfect. Then let's step out. Here, let's step out, and I'm giving it here. I still have the proper data. Sure. Now, probably here is the issue. Position. It's okay. Let's keep this step. Continue. And let's see how they are now. And they're still perfect. And have the proper position. That's perfect. So let's look at what happens during the... most likely some of the uniforms are incorrect. Most likely the uniforms. GeoDraw elements. Triangles. Indices count. Unsigned end. And it's drawing it. So let's look at the uniforms. And actually, let's look at the shader. Which one do I use? The default one. Shaders. Which one is the default one? Shader. Let's go to application. Default. Shaders. Default is the vertex and fragment. The vertex, what are the uniforms that I use? These are the uniforms. So the view model, let's see in the render doc here, and let's look at the uniforms. Where are the uniforms? Input. Vertex shader. Samplers. Oh, what texture are we using? Yeah, we're using the right texture. But what are the uniforms? Here, 3 variables. This is it. This is the model matrix, which is the identity. The projection and the view matrix. And that's it. There's no issue. Let's just look at the data we're sending. Here is the positions. So it's just the data. Bo is going to get milk like father. Now it's completely dead. But what happens if pixel art is 32 by 16? Something different than 16 by 16? I have 32 by 16 for the mobs. No, the entities are maybe 64 by 32, something like that. Check if the number is divided by 0. I'll check that. Divided by 0. Cold Bros mortal enemy. If pixel art is not the same aspect ratio as 16 by 16, then the pixel art will either be stretched or become smaller. People called Notch lazy and bad programmer and developer. Meanwhile, type stuff he dealt with while developing Minecraft. Minecraft was very optimized storage, not FPS type. I remember in Team Fortress 2 there was some weird task code which divided by 0 and caused a batch ball to become invisible. Interesting. But isn't it weird how everything is 0, man? Everything. Even the colors are 0. And the light coordinates are 0. Skeleton. Now, that's extremely weird. Actually, frighteningly weird. Why are they all 0? This is my VO. Let's look at what the VO is. Does it store here? No, all the information should be in a vertex buffer object. Yeah. Oh. Let me think about it. Let's go to the bones. Do they store anything? No. Let's go to get quads. Here, no, they don't store anything. They just give all the quads when you request them. And I request them only when I draw. And here, let's check out the bind. Yeah, it just binds the vertex array. And binds the shader and binds the texture. Then here I get the quads. Here I set a color overlay, but that's not an issue. Now, I go over all the bones. This is not important. Else, if it's the waist, I set rotation waist. This is not the issue. Here, I set some rotations. Else, some rotations. That's not the issue. Here, I go over all the bones. I get the quads for each bone and I use this array list, which is created here, so it's in a temporary list. And I fill it up with the quads, and each one of those quads, I translate them. Then I update the quads for the VO. Do I update the quads for my... Oh, okay. Again, I think the mistake is a really stupid one. Don't judge me on this, guys, but we forgot to give the date. Where pixel art quads? Now this should work. Now this should work. We all make mistakes. We're not perfect. Let's say... Okay, now, finally. It was a very small, very insignificant mistake. Let's not worry about it. But it has a bow. And now it needs to hold the bow. Instead of it being in its legs, it needs to be here. Yeah, well, I should have you here helping out with the coding. Now Can I pin this? No, I can't. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. And let's see what's up. I was right. I'm proud as an art bro. I'm proud. Very cool. I was right about that. It was never gets uploaded. Sometimes I'm surprisingly smart and sometimes I'm surprisingly dumb. Well, today I was surprisingly dumb. He just needs update ball's position, I guess. Now we need to give the ball right here. Needs to be right here. How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? It needs an offset. Needs an offset. It needs its own position and rotation. No, we just need to set the position to be here. The rotation will do from the bone. We'll handle the rotation from the bone. I just need to position it right here. That's it. So we need to move it up. Oh, maybe also the rotation. How does it look like by default? Man, these guys will kill me. Creative. How does it hold it by default? Skeleton. By default, it's like this. So we'll move it up. So we'll move it up to the left and rotate it like, let's say 90 degrees. Yeah, we'll need to do a transform on it. Hit the skeleton, move the skeleton, like make it walk, have some suspicions. Something like UV coordinate 0 to 1 vector 2. I can make it walk, but we're trying to position the ball. But okay, like you're actually right. Let's make him walk and to see if the ball follows him around. That will be helpful. I lost the chat. That would actually be helpful. Let's make him walk around. Why not? Set walk destination. This will make him walk. Let's... Here's the... The ball is stuck on his leg. What's happening, man? Yeah, so if we just move the ball and rotate it to be on his hand. Yeah, he has feed ball. He has feed ball. I just need to move the ball to be at his hand. That's it. And then we'll make an animation where the skeleton is like shooting at us. But right now we need to move the ball so it's at his hand. How many skeletons can we spawn? And let's spawn some zombies. Oh no, I died. They don't collide with each other. Maybe you get bro, you really can bro, update the vector 3 position of the bow. Feed bow. It's fun. You need get only hand position, axis, etc. You should allow compatibility with files. You can create Minecraft models with Blockbench, and Blockbench exports it. Maybe add some naturalness of the AI movement after fixing the problems. The current stream focus is to have the skeleton have a bow. That's it. Fixing the AI movement can be a separate stream on its own. Imagine skeleton's right feet cause bow to move. Yeah, I'm from Turkey. Okay, nice. Let's close this. Let's stop him from moving. And let's try to... Let me think about it. Here, for the bone, I just tell it needs to use... Okay, and by default, it's getting... The bow is getting the position of the skeleton, and let's say it's at its feet. That's by default. And this is because the only thing I tell it is please render the bow. I need to somehow give it additional information like I give it for creating the cubes, where I give them origin, size. Let me think about it. Let's manually translate it. Where do I get the quotes? I'll manually add the translations. I'll manually do it. Will you be playing Half-Life after this stream? I can give tips. Right now the stream focus will be the Minecraft giving skeleton balls, but for playing Half-Life, if I play Half-Life, it will be a separate stream. And for now, my only idea for a Half-Life stream is to explore the code of how they handle bots, because I want to copy how they handle bots and use that to have the bots in Minecraft be like Half-Life bots. At least to copy something, like I don't know how much. Rare moment Balkans helping each other, but it only need skeleton's hand data. Just get skeleton's hand data and give it instead of whole data skeleton. Well, that is easy to say, but here I'll show you the hand data. It's left arm. These are the coordinates of the left arm. -6, 12, -1. That's it. So what I can do is to, like you said, give him the hand coordinates. Here I'll do quads translate, and here I'll do vector 3f translation, and I'll do what for the coordinates. Left item. It doesn't need this cube. It doesn't need this. Where are the coordinates? Left arm. These coordinates. And I'll just give them to the bow. here. And now translate the positions. And then let's make him not walk around. Yeah. And let's test. Let's test it. I know, imagine if it crashes the game or it works. It will not crash. It will not crash. Hopefully. It's not crashing. The bow is gone. The bow, where is the bow? Where is the bow? I moved it. I moved the bow. Here. Let's do... Let's do... minus 12. Let's do minus 12. Let's do minus 12. Do you guys see anywhere a bow? I don't see a bow. Where's the bow? Where's the bow? Translation. Let me think about it. What does translate do? It adds the position to each vertex. Oh, let's... I don't know. Let's just set this to 0 and this to 1 and this to 0. Just on the y, we'll decrease the y coordinate with minus 1. That's it. We'll just do that. The bow is completely gone. Okay, there's something else we can do. We can set the translation to be 0. Because the bow should be there. Because before it was rendering. Can you explain what the position part of script does before you change it to hand? Sometimes explaining it to yourself makes a lot of sense. Yeah, just wait, let's see if it's rendering. Okay, here's the bow. Here, this position, I go over all the quads and I set the position to be of the skeleton. That's it. And here I just add an offset. A very small offset. And it disappeared. Before we move it exactly where the hand is, I wanted to move it a very little bit. A small amount. Like this. One. This. To move it by 1, that's 1 block. Ah, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Whoa, it's like on its back. That's really cool. It's on its back. Imagine if the skeleton can take the bow from its back and like aim at us. That would be really cool. Yeah, that would be really cool. But we'll focus and do it exactly like it's in Minecraft, where it holds it here. But in future, it would be cool to have the bow on its back. That would be cool. Bro's using his imagination power. See, I have imagination, I told you. Yeah, I told you I have an imagination. I'm creative. Yeah, but let's put it where his hand is. Yeah, let's put it where his hand is. And how does he hold it? He holds the end part of it. This part, he holds the end of it. He holds the end of it, so I'll move it more to the left, then down, and then rotate it. And let me think about it. I have this here. Look at this. I have this where I can move around and play around with locations and rotations. And can I have the same thing for this model? Can I have the same thing here? That's what I'm wondering. And that would simplify everything. Let's see how I do it in the right hand. Here I have this. Let's pin this tab. And let's close this. And here let's have this IMGUI positions and let it be just zeros. Like this. And here we'll have it be like that. We'll have it be like that. And what else? IMGUI. What else? This. So let's have it where? In the draw, maybe? Here. And we'll have IMGUI positions. Skeleton positions. That's it. Now we should have IMGUI interact with the bow positions, so we can more quickly make changes. Now, if I do this, skeleton positions. Let's see now. Moment of truth. Yo, look at it. Yes, look at it. I'm moving it around like this. Done. And now to rotate it. Now we need to add rotations. We need to add rotations. Positions. Rotations. Let's copy this. Okay. How do we rotate? How do I set rotations? To rotate. Damn it. I need first to, before any kind of translations, I need to do the rotations. And it's a quaternion. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Okay, let's focus. Let's just put it there without rotating it. Let's just put it there. There. Yeah. It's a bit to the left. Yeah, let's now copy these values. We copy these values. And save them. And we'll reuse them here. -9. Here 0,610. And here it's 0. Done. And now let's rotate here. Left item. Let's set rotation here, just like we did in the arrow. Where's the arrow? Here. And let's add a rotation skeleton here. Actually, yeah, we can do it. Actually, let's send the rotation here. Let's set it here. Somewhere here. Here. Left. Oh, I need to go over the... like this. If it's left item, bone, and I want to set the rotation rotate Z math 2 radians 0. Instead of 0, it will be the from this array. This should be 2. And then here it should be 1, and here it should be 0, like that. And that should be it. Can you explain that the difference between skeleton's position and hand position? Hand position is relative. The hand position is relative to the skeleton position. Nope. You rendering skeleton's bow completely different than player's first-person view bow. If you make the position of the skeleton's bow a variable, then I assume you can. Yeah, we did that. Most games doesn't render first-person view items, same as others. What if it walks? It wouldn't work. We'll see when it walks what happens with the bow. Can affect the bow. Yeah, we'll see if the bow continues to stay. If the skeleton walks, then just add or subtract a number from the bow position. Wait, I got an idea. What is so different about skeleton's hand data and skeleton? Skeleton's hand follows skeleton. Bow should follow skeleton's hand. How skeleton's limbs follow skeleton? There should be a game. The logic how to add limbs via code. Yeah, I already have that. I already have that. It's these bone systems. The bones have parents. We already have that. Let's see now where the bow renders, and let's see if we can affect the rotation. Here it renders the proper position. We need to rotate it. The issue is I didn't add it here. I need to add it here. I need to have access to the rotation. IMGUI here. IMGUI rotations. Skeleton rotations. That's it. Let's just see if I can rotate it. So, oh no, I threw it. If we can rotate it, and if it's properly rotated, we can move on to make it to see what happens when it walks. These are the rotations. Okay, it's actually rotating. But on the wrong axis. It's rotating here by its edge here, but it should rotate in here, the center. Yeah, it's rotating there, so I need to move it. The pivot, I need to move the pivot to the left and down. So I need to move it west. East, west, so minus X. I need to move the pivot. Left item here, minus 5. And a bit down, so 12. And that's it. And let's make the IMGUI rotations to not be so small. Yeah, the pivot is this. Like here, look at how I can rotate it from here, from up here. But if I change the pivot down here, and now if I rotate it from down. This is the pivot. The game takes a while to load because it has to go over each block of the world, and for each block it needs to go over each vertex, and for each vertex you need to go over all the neighbors, and it needs to generate all the data and render everything, and that's why it takes so long to load. Now let's rotate. Where is the pivot? Oh, the pivot is there. Yo. The pivot is there. So why is it doing it like that? What? Why is it? Oh, it's up here where it's shoulder. I need to bring it down. And I need to bring it down, and also here it's X, Y, and Z. I need again to change the pivot. Okay, I have no. I had an idea to change the pivot dynamically the same way, but It's set once and forgotten. So it needs to be lower. Needs to be lower, so let's half it to 6. Or maybe this increases it, pushes it higher, so maybe it needs to be like 22. Let's see. Skeleton shoulder is too high up for a pivot. Needs to be lower than that. The Y rotation is perfect. Yeah, this increased it. So I need to lower it. Let's lower it to 6 and let's make the world generate faster by decreasing the world size. So world render distance Yeah, let's lower the render distance. Chunks width. Let's lower the height. And let's lower this. It should load fast. Gosh. Maybe because I'm outside of the world. Okay, now it loaded faster because the world is smaller. Why not use pivot to set where bow belongs? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Notch is damn gold for making game load very fast. Pivot is not stable. Pivot stays at the same place. It is stable. Why not use skeleton shoulder pivot to set bows? Skeleton shoulder is too high up. It needs to be lower than that. Why just not generate blocks underground, but generate the necessary data? They will have necessary data, but won't load it. Yeah, like, I get what you mean, but right now we need to focus on the skeleton. I'll make optimizations in other streams. Okay, the pivot is lower. Yeah, the pivot is lower. And... it needs to be a bit more to the right. And a bit more down. So let's do 5. Let's do 5. Skeleton, let's do here 5. And here let's do -4. That should be it. That should be it. So, yes, maybe. What? What? How am I supposed to position it properly? Okay, okay, we're cooking. We're cooking. No, it should be like this. Should be like this. And then here. I cannot rotate it by... Something is wrong with those rotations. Where do we set the left item? Yeah, I need to change the way we set the rotations here. Can I do... I need it to be a bit different. Can I do new quaternion F and here to set them? Let's do this. Here 0. Let's even do something else like this. 0, 1, 2. And see what the issue is. Cannot resolve float, float, float. Let's do math data to quaternion. To radians. Yes, this is it. And same here. Here. And this is... what's the issue? What are the available concepts? Double, 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 and another one. So what should the W be? Set rotation. Yes. Let's see the rotation. I think it's better. Okay, how should it be? Like this. Should be like that. Like this. And now... Why does it do this weird rotation? What the... So what if it walks now? If it walks now, we will see what if it walks now. Like right now, the only thing I want is this boat to be like this. That's what I want right now. And for the walking, that's a different problem we'll tackle next. Toggle for scan will be extremely helpful. Yeah, it's normal pivot behavior. When you change x-axis, the other axis also changes. It's like that ball with red, green, blue used to rotate things in games. Look at what modeling program you use for second, use that rotate tool. Okay, we'll do as you say. Here. Yeah, but the issue is like, sure, like if we rotate here and we rotate like this, look at how it's on this axis. It stays in place. This is the... This is on the y-axis. But here... It's like if it's rotating from here as the... instead of from here. And this rotates. It's... No, it's not acting properly. Absolutely. It's not acting properly, but blue, I think ball doesn't have a offset or pivot. Okay, let's make the skeleton walk and see what happens. Let's make him walk. Let's make him walk. Look, it's Where's the ball? Come on, walk. It's attached to the arm, right? Oh no, we can do something else. Let's just make him stay in one place, but animated. Yeah, that's what we can do. Here it is. The ball is... It's not staying in one place, the ball. Like, here at the end, it's behind the arm, and here at the front, it's after the arm. He's not holding it. Like he's almost holding it, but not quite. What's the issue? Where is the pivot? Let's simplify it. And let's change these ones to be zeros. 0. To not make any changes. How's it now? Actually, I think it's like with the foot. I think it's where the foot is attached. Have to think about it. Let's see what my colleagues are thinking. So, team, what do you think? I think ball doesn't have offset or pivot. I think a good old tutorial about pivots. So you think I should educate myself? If you give functionality to every single item and let NPCs use it, then this would mean creepers with balls, and that would be awesome and cool. Yeah, but this is for the future. Right now we're tackling much simpler problems. I'm not sure. Can you make the pivot points visible? Yeah, that would help a lot. That's a good call. Yeah, let's make the pivots visible. Doesn't follow at all. It acts like another limb, separate from arms. Set the pivot point right at the skeleton's hand. Please make pivot point... Oh, okay, I'll make them visible. It doesn't follow any limb. It acts like a limb. Okay, I hear you. Yeah. Let's make pivot points visible. Yeah, let's make them visible. Let's make a commit before that. Git add drawing ball at skeleton's feet. Now, to make the pivot, what else should we make visible? Okay, we'll make the pivots visible. We'll make them visible. And... what else? Yeah, I think only the pivots. Yeah, let's make the pivots visible. So each bone will ask the bone to give us its pivot, which should be this... which should be a simple location. And at these locations we'll draw something. Like the perfect thing would be a sphere or a circle. Well, I don't have that. We can draw a cube at those positions. Let me think about it. Let's do inside of the application, let's have, or inside of the world, let's have an entity, public static entity, and entity pivots, and for the how did I handle entities, let's go the subchunk. The subchunk has an entity. I'll look at it just for reference. Yeah, new entity. Okay, it's new entity. Perfect. And then let's look at the subchunk. How do I use it? I have this. I add a component, a mesh filter, mesh renderer. I set the material and I create a mesh for it. And this is this is in the constructor only. Let's go through all the inits. Let's do it here. Pivots. And let me think about it. And let's look at application key R here, here. Inside of the entity, I'll put the data for the pivots. For each pivot, I'll put inside of a mesh blocks. That's what I'm doing now. But let me open the window for a second. So now, let's see now. How do I, here I get this and I clear it. I need to give it data. Let's actually create a class that will handle debug drawing. New debug draw, and public static and how will we tell it? Like maybe we can have an array of positions, and every frame I'll reset the array and give it the positions of the pivots, and inside of it to go over each position and there to render cubes. Yeah, something like that. Positions, public static init, positions equal new, oh, it should be array list. Import it. like this, and then it will have an entity. Static entity. And we need the entity. Okay, let's do inside of world pivots. Here I'll take back this and debug draw in it. Here let's init the mesh. And we'll have public static void draw, which is where do we draw the subchunks? World? Yeah, it will take time to draw all the pivots, but I'll make it work. Well, where do we draw them? Get all pivot points. Where is the last comment? A ball better than a cube. A ball is better, but a cube is easier to draw. I don't know right now how to draw a ball for debug. Why not just make a yellow ball and nail it on pivot points? Because I'm not using a game engine, and without a game engine everything is harder to do, because I have to do everything from complete scratch. When you create a creature at pivot points. Dude, just a quick question. Even my game dev progress not that messy. This folder looks like a nightmare. Well, yeah, like I'm not objecting to that. What about when you create an entity? When I'm creating an entity because I need to draw. In order to draw, I need an entity. Like the terrain is filled with entities. Get all pivot points. Yeah, I'll get them and add pivot points automatically, and I'll add them. But before that, I need to do some things. Dude, no offense, but your project management worse than beginner. Well, okay, like I cannot add anything to that. I cannot add anything to that. Yeah, let's look at how I drew the subchunks. Draw, render, and renderer this. Sure, so in debug draw here, I need to draw the entity and use the player camera. Sure, and public and let me think about it. And public static void update positions here to take an array list of vector 3fs, new positions, and here positions clear, then positions at all new positions, and that's it. And we need to clear the mesh, I think, and fill it up with data. So let's get the let's do it like this now. Mesh, I need to where do I use no, I don't need this. Don't need this. Yes, here. I need to clear the mesh when I update the positions, and let's go over all the positions. And for each position we need to create a cube. Where's the subchunk? A comment. If I was you, I would have a code ready to draw any geometric shape. Well, yeah. Dude, a bad project manager just slows you down. Sorry for sounding rude. Well, it's a bit late now to clean it up, since there are so many classes. It will be like, let's not say impossible, but very hard to clean it up right now. I go over all the positions, and okay, let's go to application. Here, generate quads, and this, I need all of these arrays. Let's pin this, and then in the debug draw here, the naming, I need to change the naming. Debug points positions, like this. Here, what's your issue? And here, this. Sure. Now, for all the positions, I need just a regular cube. I'll render. I can reuse all existing blocks, like the iron block, let's say. Block iron block equals new, and no, it's from the block factory. Get block ID iron block, and here I need, let's pin this. I need, how do I get the position? Oh, culling. I'll think about it. Here, I need this. I need this. Like this. Block. Current block data. Call size. This will be 0, 0. Neighboring lights. Iron, let's go to the iron block. Iron block. Neighboring lights. I can actually just do this. I can just do this. Yeah, I will not use iron block. Cube mesh positions, like this, and here set UV to max, like this, and then generate. Here will be no culling. Now I need this. So here positions, I'll do this. And then here for textures, I'll do this, then this, then the colors, and then the indices. So here it should be textures, UV2, colors, indices, and here it's vector 2, vector 2, vector 4. And let's see how I got the indices. Subchunk. Get indices, it's this. It's this. Like that. And here I do the offsets. I do the offsets, which will be just these positions. That's it. That's it. And what's up? Sorry, I now understand why Notch was doing minimum work before selling it to Microsoft. It's just a torture to deal with it. Also, Notch didn't use any game engine. I also don't use any game engine. So you can, yeah, I know I'm using Java, he uses Java. I use OpenGL, he also uses OpenGL. Also, he said, if you can't make your own engine, you're not a programmer. Why not promote your stream at your main channel? Like, guys, join us to stream. I don't know. Haven't thought about it. So I filled up all the arrays. Now I need to fill up the mesh. I need to fill up the mesh. Here, like this. Here, mesh. Let's get reference to it. Mesh equals this, and we clear it. We clear it, and that's it. That's it. And so now we can finally draw the pivots, I think. So where is the skeleton? I need to tell it to actually draw inside of world. Render here. Here. Debug drawing. Draw. And we need to give it data. So where the skeleton is. In update, debug draw, update positions, array list, positions, and let's set just one position. Vector 3f world player position and add to it the world player camera, add to it the front. So in front of us there should be a cube drawn. But to a pixel art easier to do than regular art. Hi, hello. But you still have to have basic understanding of it. I'm not going to focus on pixel art since it's a craft on its own. My only focus is programming. You still need basic understanding of art for doing decent pixel art. That's why some pixel art called program art. Yeah, I'll do programmer art. That's what I'm thinking. Did we crash? init. Oh, yeah, obviously. New entity. Okay, let's test. There should be a point in front of us. There should be point in front of us. Let's use render doc and see if there's actually a point somewhere. Because I'm updating the positions and I'm drawing everything. So let's launch it. And let's capture the screen and see if we're drawing the debug cube. Here I'm drawing this debug screen, and inside of the code I'm doing the draw. Here after debug screens is the next draw, which is the debug draw. And here the next one is clearing of the screen and then the hand. So it's not issuing the draw call. So let's go in the debug. Let's put a breakpoint here. And actually let's get reference to the mesh. Let's get reference to the mesh like this here and put a breakpoint here. And see what does the mesh have. No positions. What? Oh, because we probably haven't called. Oh, we need. Okay, I need to spawn. Yeah, I need to spawn skeleton. We need to spawn the skeleton. We are not adding positions. Yeah. Spawn skeleton. Look at it. It's working. I'm drawing a cube right in front of me. The same way we will draw a cube at the pivot points. It's working. That's it. It's working. I need to make it smaller. How can we make it smaller? How can I make it smaller? Pull. Is there scale somewhere? Template. Scale. There's no scale. Can I change here to be half the size? Sort of like 8. Like this. Now it's smaller. Sure. Now it's smaller. Can I make it even smaller? Like 1 pixel. 1 small cube. Now I have 1 small cube. But it's really important its positioning. It should be at the center. So let's set it as should be at the center. So from 0 it can go up to 16, from 0 to 16. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. And I've set it to be from 0 to 1. And let's make it be somewhere in the center on each of the axes. Where would that be? So these are actually 17. So if it's like from 8 to 9, how much do I have here? I have 8 values here, and here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 values. So let's do from 8 to 9. To 9. I just want to center it. When you decide something like my dream game, I can help about art part. There are many people that were like, hey, I can help, and I haven't requested help. Scale down vector 3 size by half, 50% smaller. Yeah, but which vector 3? Yeah, the size, but where is the size? Just multiply it with 0.5. Multiply it with 0.01. Also, but a little tip for bunny hopping, make sure to not press W. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. When I'm air strafing, I'm not pressing W. Yeah, I've learned that the hard way. For a long time, I was pressing W and I was wondering why it's not working. Just set pivot point middle instead of corner. Why not set pivot point middle of cube? I'm not vector 3 pivot point position 0.5 on all axes. Right now, pivot point is set to 1 or 1. Yeah, let's see what we have currently with all of the changes. Yeah, this is the cube. Is it? We can actually do some... Oh, I know what we can do. We can do 7.5 and 8.5. That's it. This will center it perfectly. Yeah. The positioning is important, because if we are drawing it with wrong position, like, there's no hope. Now I think it's I don't know, probably it's right at the position. Okay, let's go to skeleton and now draw the pivots. Here at the update, I give it all the positions. So let's actually remove this and get this, and we'll go over all the bones and tell them to give us their pivots. That's it. Here, so for bone in bones, array list vector 3f pivot points, then give pivot points like this, and then I need the array here and to update the positions, and I need to create this function. Oh, actually it's only one pivot. I can just do pivot points like this at bone, like that, No, actually, no. It should be bone, give, pivot, get. It should be get pivot point. It should be a function because the pivot point is relative. The pivot point is relative. Public vector 3f like this. So the easiest way is like to return pivot, but that's not it, since we have all kinds of rotations, etc. Get quads, cube, get quads, no, here, yes, this. So get pivot here. So I go over all the parents. So here, vector 3f result to be the pivot, and then we what's the issue? Okay, what does translate do? It adds. And what does rotate do? It picks rotate. And okay, we can do result add, then here rotate, and then here add, and we return the result. And here where we get it, here we add to it the position. And now let's see if we see the pivots. Do you see anywhere cubes? Pivot points. Let's see now. Vector 3 pivot point position. No, the position I needed the scale just now. Right now, pivot point set. So, let's say you have a stick 10 centimeters and you say start of stick is 0 and top of stick is 1. It's just 15. What if stick is like still 0.5 mean middle? I mean offset. When you move, yeah, the yeah. When you move a pivot point, you move offset of pivot point, right? When you move pivot point, you move, yeah, move the offset, which is relative to the whole position. Here I update the points. Yeah, let's do a debug here and see what pivots I collect. Pivot points, size 8. Yeah, they're perfect. What's the issue? They're perfect. Yeah, they're perfect. What's the issue? Update positions. What's the issue? Yeah. Yeah, let's do a debug point when we draw it, the same way as before, where we get the mesh. I'll do a debug point here, and here the mesh. here needs to be the debug point. It's not going here. Why? Oh, because it's new code. Because it's new code. Yeah, I'll see if the mesh has anything. Not right now. Now. Does the mesh have anything? It has positions. Normals or null? Huh. Indices. Have the indices? Yeah. The mesh should be alright. The mesh should be alright. Where the norm? Yeah, by default they are null. Normals being null is not an issue. We can go inside of... No, we can also add the position of... like we did before. Inside of skeleton. Here we can add pivot points, add again the player position. World, player, position, and then add to it camera, front, like before, to see if the issue is when I'm trying to add multiple blocks. Yeah, that's the issue. When trying to add multiple blocks, even the one in front of us doesn't render, which we managed before to do it. It's because of the update positions function here. Let me think about it. Here, I need to copy this like this, and here do it like that. Yeah, now it should work. Yeah, now it's working for me. And look at how here the skeleton has this little cube down there. And yeah, I should make them be drawn. Yeah, okay, I'll use a different texture for the cube. Where's the atlas? This. I'll use this texture. I can do a custom one even. A custom color. But let's use this texture, so it's 1648. 1648. We'll use a custom color and we'll draw it on top of everything. We'll draw it on top of everything. Let's remove this. Or let's just comment it out. And here when we draw, we'll draw it on top of everything. Here. Debug draw. Now let's draw. Yeah, gold texture also. Now the cubes are gone. Why? What did I do? Debug draw. Oh, yeah. Because, yeah, we are here. UI. Yeah, here. Now let's do it. Yo! And what's that pivot point? He has one here, and he has for the legs, for the waist, and there's the bow. Let's remove this one in the center. Finally, some progress, man. Some progress. Okay. Now. Which one is this? down there. And this one should be for the left arm. This one should be for the right arm. This one should be for the left leg. This for the right leg. This for the waist. This waist. Oh, where's the head? This is probably the head. This is probably the head. And this is the left arm. Okay, let's move this upward. Let's move it upward. But let's commit. Can draw debug points. Now we can draw debug points. And so let's change. Okay, the head is minus 24. Let's do. But the body is also that. Waist? Yeah, the waist. Okay, let's do 24 here and 24 here. And for the left item, let's do 12. Let's do 12. Look at it. There is the left arm. We should have it. We should have the left arm origin pivot be a little bit more up and a little bit more to the left. And here is now the body and the head or pivot is here. And this is the bow. Yeah, we should change the pivot for the bow to be a little bit more up and to the left. So 13 and here minus 5. Yeah, perfect. 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 And we can see we can also, now that we can add positions and debug draw them, we can do one for the bow and debug draw the bow. Here we have this array. We can fill up this array whenever we want. Pixels here. We translate the position and add, the custom translations are zeros. Okay, let's look at this position. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. So debug draw here. Here let's do debug no pivot points at the actual position itself. That's what we'll do. And hit start. New. Pivot point on skeleton should render top on skeleton. Maybe make pivot points yellow, render top on skeleton. Gold texture should work. Caveman discovering debugging. It's Herobrine, I guess. Like it shouldn't exist. What if you make balls pivot offset and point relative to hand pivot point and offset? Not position relating, just pivots. What is depth of bow? It's a cube or paper? Cube. The bow is single cube depth. The bow is single cube depth. It's 3D, the bow. It's actually 3D. Now, where is the... And let's do here 0. 0. Here. Look at it. This is the position of the skeleton. And this is where we're drawing the... this bow. This is where we're drawing the bow. So I have an idea. No, let's yeah, let's here do new vector 3f the position and add to it the new vector 3f imgy positions 0 and then the other positions 2 and 1, so that at all times we are seeing the position of the bow. This is the position of the bow right here. And so let's see what happens when we rotate. We should stop the skeleton from animating. Here, let's stop it from animating. And now, this is the arm pivot. And this is the bow current position, this here. And so if we rotate, because here if we change, look at it, this is the bow, this is the bow. And maybe I think we should change it so this origin is here. The origin should be here, not here, I think. Okay, let's actually let's move it here, like this, like that. And let's do rotations like that. And look at it, how weirdly it rotates. So the rotations is the issue. Like, look at where it's rotating against. That's really weird. Oh, I get it. Do I get it? Actually. Left item. Let's see what the team has to say. The pixel art is 16 by 16. One cube is 1 by 1. No, actually, one cube is 1/16 of a cube for the pixel art. It indeed follows arm. What if you move the arm? I think the pivot point of the bow is not centered at all. Move bow. Can you change origin of bow? All direction, because bow is a cube. What is depth of cube? The bow is large amounts of small cubes. Oh, this is a tough one. Can you bow's depth? Can you make a I don't want to make it a paper like the problem is with the rotations and origins. I don't care that it's 3D. It's not an issue. Where do I rotate? Here. Like I rotate the left item. This thing. I rotate it. Here I set rotations. Yeah, here I rotate it. Quaternion. the real part. Let's see. Think about it. Set rotation. And where is the rotation used? When I get pixel art quads. Translate it based on the pivot. Do the translations. Quad, and I do it for each quad. Okay, we can damn it. I can look at Java quaternions. Because I'm using quaternions for the rotation, and I don't know what the... No, this is an implementation. I just want usage. And the music is gone. I want to know what the fourth component is. The W. The real component, not an angle. Not an angle, not an angle, not an angle. Oh. I see. Yeah. I get it. I'm just using quaternions wrong. Let's do this. And here, rotate. Yeah, here I have all kinds of rotations. We could do it like before. We can do it like before here. Copy this. This is the Z. So it's 2. Rotate Z. And rotate Y, rotate X, and to remove this, like this. And rotations. Set this to 0. God damn it. Why it's so hard, man? Why? Actually, no. Let's. I'm rotating actually the. Okay. I get it. Yeah, I have an idea. I'll remove this. Yeah, I'll rotate the here. I'll rotate it here. So translation. Let me think about it. Here, when I translate it, I'll add rotations. Bo, can you make paper like a rectangle, like a master cube? What if you make a master cube like a border? The border of bow the size shape of master cube, like anti-hit boxes. Might be super dumb now. So basically the area between point and point becomes a cube. Wait a minute, the bow rotation only follows shoulder. It's like you move shoulder, but you try rotate bow. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Instead of what I was rotating is the here he has here a pivot. This is the pivot of what he's holding. This is the pivot what he's holding, and this is a bone. I was rotating this, and since what we're rendering is a child of this, I assumed it should work, but now I'll rotate the bow itself. Like, I wasn't like rotating the bow because I wanted to see if the rotation of the bone itself will solve it, but we'll have to rotate just the bow. And I avoided rotating just the bow because you have to first rotate it, then move it around. The orders is important, and here I'm not sure where actually to add the rotation because the order is important. Okay, let's do it like this. Translation. It's this, and at position we'll do it just like we do it for bones. Here, rotate here for each of the quads. Oh, and it uses quaternion. So first multiplied by -1 and then by it. So I do translate. So first let's do quad rotate. Let's first rotate it. Can I get back that old rotation? This I'll rotate here directly. I'll rotate and then translate. Let's see how this does. Now let's see the rotation. Now it's rotating based on this guy here, which is the origin of the bow. It's rotating based on the origin of the bow, which it would be good if we can change the origin, but actually it should be enough. It should be enough. like this. But it should be, man, these rotations. The z-axis rotation is perfect, but then if I do x, it's awful. So here, can I do... Here, let's move the bow here. And just look at these rotations. So if I do 90 degrees here, it's perfect, sure. If I do 90 degrees here, it's perfect. If I do... The issue is when I combine them, like this. Yeah, look at this one. Now it's wrong. Here the order is wrong. Let's look at this inside of the project. Rotate Y, then X. Y, then X. Z. Oh, this is in skeleton. X, Y. Rotate X, Y. Oh, this is what I need. Yes. Rotate X, Y, Z. Yes. That's it. That's it. That's it. This should solve the issue. Finally. This should solve it. Man, so much work. This will finally solve it. I think, hopefully. So now, like this. Now I want it rotated on the y-axis, like this. And then like this, like this. And that's it. Oh my god, don't tell me this is it. We can change it a little bit. It's more here to the left. Let's make it exactly 90. And here... Yeah, that should be it. And now let's copy these values. That should be it. Copy these values here. And we use the values in the skeleton. IMGUI positions here. So this should be 27, here should be 1, here 0, and here should be -1, 90, 137, and that's it. And we'll make him have the walk animation. We'll make him have the walk animation. Oh no. Oh no. What? Oh no. Oh no. The bowstring part shouldn't be inside the arm. Okay, but let's look at how it's here. Yeah, here it's a little bit inside the arm. In the Minecraft, it's a little bit inside. Can you read your code and explain it? Sometimes you will be like, what, it's not supposed to do that. But let's first see the... Yeah, what's up? You change pivot values of bow, right? I'll look at it. Rotate the model. Rotate the model. Let's see now. So what we... to rotate the bow right now? Yeah, I'll rotate, but let me think before that. Come on, man. Think. It's... Come on, we're so close. Man, we're so close. Basically, the model is like, hey, dude, what are these? Rotate the model and make the bow rotate in the opposite direction in the game. Make the bow rotate it in the opposite direction in the game. It's all of this is done in Java. You asking a bow rotated to act like not rotated. Rotate the model and make the bow in the opposite direction of the game. So... If I remove the rotations... Yeah, let's remove these values. And here is down there, and let's remove these rotations. This is by default, without me touching anything. Actually, this is the bow position. Let's update it. The visuals. You're asking model equals visual thing and bow equals model in game. If you say bow rotating, it should fix it when you change rotation. Very good work, good luck. Thank you. The bow should be facing towards the skeleton when rotation values are all equal to 0. No, the rotation values are for the bow, the actual bow. No, wait, let me think about it. Here I get, okay, let's simplify it. Here I get the, I ask the bone to give me the, let me think about it. Here the bone gets the quads for the bow. The bow should be faced. It's like, dude, look at left. Make the bow model look towards the z-axis instead of the x-axis. Yeah, I'll do that. But first, here is where I get the data for the bow, and the data is at position 0 it should be clean data, and then I translate the bow. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, let's... We don't need to do this. We don't need to do that. No, let's clean this up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is it getting the... Oh, okay, let's... I need to look at the cube. Here, when I get the quads of a cube, this is separate. Origin offset. Top. Translate origin. Origin offset. What's origin? Yeah, I think pivot. Do I use pivot? One usage. One usage. Damn. Bogus. It should be facing towards the skeleton when it's good at code, right? Fuck no. What is bow's origin or pivot? Is bow relative? No. Here I get the bow, and here I undo a translation, rotate, and bring the translation back. The issue is I haven't given this translation at all. Here, get quads. I go over all of them. Get quads. Do I... The top quad is at 0. Then I rotate texture, I translate it. Here I add translations. This origin offset is not based on the pivot, and this origin is based on what we give it. And oh, so it's like, it's basically like, let's say the item is like let's say the item is like here. Let's say the item is here, and we want to, and the bone has all kinds of rotations. It basically says, and here's the bone pivot, and it's saying like to apply the bone pivot so that it's 0, 0 based on the bone pivot, then rotate it, then bring it back to where it was. It was something like that. That's what we do there. And it was working for if we do a simple cube. Here. The current parent. The parent is the left arm. I apply its pivot and rotations. If you go to a skeleton, the only rotation we're actually applying is we have the waist. We can remove the waist actually. Let's remove it for now to simplify it. I think the waist may be causing problems like that. And actually the left item to be the left arm, sure. The only rotation we have is for the left arm, the animation. Where is the animation? Left arm. Here it has an animation on the x-axis. That's it. That's the only rotation happening. And let me remove the rotations. And is bow relative to arm or body? Should be to the arm. What if you move skeletons? The bow will move. I don't understand anything, but I'm sure it's something happens if you move arm. I got an idea. Instead of animating it, instead of having it to be an animation, and we're actually rotating the left arm, and it should automatically apply to the item that we're holding. Let's set it here to be static, but rotated 90 degrees on the X. Here, 90 degrees on the X. This will help us a bit. No. Minus 90. And let's stop the animation. No, let's keep it. And for the bow, no, let's keep it. And what's up with the bow? And this is if the bow is 0, 0. This is if the bow is 0, 0. So it's actually following the arm properly. It's following it. And yeah, it's following it. Oh. I get it. Look at it. Look at how these changes in the position are always on like up and down. The up and down is always like this, based on the world y-axis, and not based on like this body position. Maybe. No, I'm not sure. What about the rotations? No, that shouldn't be a problem. What happens if you move arm? It's like, look at maybe the ball z-axis is skeleton's y-axis. How can you mix these things? The translation, how do we add this translation? That's what I'm interested in. The offset. Yeah, I get the problem. I get it. Yeah, we can solve it. Yeah, we can solve it. In the here, when we here where we get the quads, we need to give it the offsets, all the offsets. Yeah, here we'll give it yeah, here we'll give it vector 3f translation and quaternion f rotation, and then here when we get the quads, we'll rotate them. Yes. Here, new quad. Okay, quad, new quad, and then here, new quad. We rotate it here, and then we will translate it. We will translate it and give it here, and that should be it. Yeah, and then here we need to give it this we need it here, translation, and this rotation we'll give it here, quaternion, like this. We'll give it the rotation here, and then like that. And let's set the defaults here to be zeros and here to be zeros. We'll reset them. And the arm, let's make the arm here work like before, and let's play it. Yeah, and now let's see these changes. Most likely it will work now. Don't tell me that's it. Oh my god, man. Don't tell me this is it. Don't tell me this is it. This was so much work, man. Like, my head is like going to explode. My head is going to explode. Like that? Oh my god, man. Don't tell me this is it. Oh my god, man. This was so much work. Just so that the skeleton can hold one bow. Oh my god. This was so much work. Yeah. Any NPC can hold anything. Let's copy this because I'll need it. Here. Let's set the values here. Minus 0 to 7F 1 0. And here here actually it's 2 9. Here 171 point F 90 F minus 38 to F. That's it. And the debug drawing, debug draw, let's remove this. We don't need it. And let's make the skeletons walk around. Oh, and bring back the waist. Let's bring back the waist. And also to make it move around. To make it move around. And let's see it. Let's spawn the waist is not oh, we are not adding the waist. Now it should work. We should be done. We should be let's make the skeleton not hurt us so we can get around it. This, and let's play it. And let's spawn many skeletons. Finally, man. Finally. Finally, man, finally. This was so much work. Man, so much work. Man, so much work. Look at how cool they are holding their little balls. We can maybe give it a hat as well. A hat. So many skeletons. It's exactly what I wanted. We can have it, we can in the future add idle animation. Instead of having it stay static, it can have an idle animation. But that's for the future. And for another stream, maybe tomorrow, we'll make the skeleton shoot at us. But it won't be today for sure. Because my limit is 3 hours for a stream and we are almost at 4 hours. So this is enough for this stream. Look at them, man. Look at them. They're so cool. Look at how cool they are. To learn pixel art, I don't know about it. That's a good idea to learn pixel art. It's a good idea, but pixel art is not enough because I'll need animations. How am I going to learn animations? Well, these junk animations are enough, so yeah. Yeah, I think pixel art will be interesting to learn. But yeah, we have a victory. Rendering this ball. This is a victory. Look at how cool this guy is. Look at how cool it is. Holding his little ball. Oh, what if we make a change right now? If we... Look at it, we moved all the balls. And we can rotate all the balls. We can rotate everything. So many balls everywhere. Okay, Dam, you can try Pixel Skelebros, MTD Artist, even 3D animation will for me awesome. Okay, yeah, this is it for today. Thank you, Maskeli Oiun. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for being here and making me company. It was cool. Yeah, it's hard for me to say it. Yeah, thank you for being here, and like this end of the stream, tomorrow I'll maybe make the skeletons shoot. Yeah, so that's it.